Hi, composition students. This is Professor Porter. I sincerely apologize for the way this week has gone. There were a couple days where I had different things come up, and it happened twice, and as a result, I was delayed checking email every day. One of the things which has slowed down my own day-to-day very much is I was trying to put together a box cutter that some of my children had taken apart. I didn't just leave it lying around or anything, but they found it in the garage. So in any case, I was trying to put it back together, and to make a long story short, I ended up slicing through my thumb on my dominant hand quite deeply. I had to go to the emergency room, had to, get stitches, 8 stitches in it, and it hasn't been fun at all. That happened to me on either Wednesday or Thursday of this week. Today, I was depending on my wife to take our son to a baseball game and about midday, and she came down ill, and so I had to do that, and that I had planned to spend this morning, Saturday morning, going through any concerns that may have cropped up. So anyway, I apologize. I know I shouldn't just say, well, here's what happened to me and deal with it, because you guys have very real concerns, and I don't want to be, I don't want to seem silent about those. So one of those concerns earlier this week was, hey, where's the peer review notice? I don't see anywhere where that has shown up yet. So I was able to find out where that was messed up in Canvas and fix that. But then I started having, as I finally got the check this afternoon, or just a few minutes ago actually, I found out, hold on a second, there are a lot of other issues that people are talking about, specifically, where can I find this peer review assignment I'm supposed to do? I've clicked on the email link, and there's nothing there. And I'm going to chalk this up to a learning curve. I, as an instructor, have not gone through Canvas as a student, and so I have not known or have not learned yet all the different things that students need to do to accomplish some of these things. So here's what I learned. I've changed Canvas to be like a view that you would normally have as a student, and so I'm going to click on the assignments menu here on the left, and you're going to notice that, well, it says these are overdue because I'm not an actual student. But you'll see down here, you probably all, when it was time to submit your rough draft, you clicked on this, and then you uploaded your rough draft. Well, that is not where the peer edit faith narrative assignment takes place. That place that you put that in there, where it says rough draft faith narrative, that's for me to be able to look at what you've done and then grade it. Okay, that's what that is for. What you should do, if you've not done so yet, is to click on this assignment that says peer edit faith narrative. And here, I'm going to do that right now. I'm using my non-dominant hand here because my dominant hand's a bit messed up. And see here it says, here's what you're going to do. You're going to review somebody else's work, and you submit by file upload. See, it's right there. So I believe all you have to do, let me see this start assignment. Yeah, you click start assignment, and then it tells you, all right, here, you need to upload the file. So every time that we have a peer edit, you need to go to the actual assignment that is labeled peer edit and upload your rough draft there as well, not just in the space that says rough draft. So I apologize for that, for not letting you know that, because personally I did not know that was a required thing. I do teach in-person classes as well at Cedarville, and I have organized Canvas so that there is not a separate peer edit section. It's simply that students go to the rough draft section, which is like this, and comment on their peers' papers. But the way that the CTL set up this assignment, it has to be uploaded to the peer edit faith narrative. So all that to say, if you're getting this, please go there now. Please upload your work, but look to see if your peers' work is there. I'm going to be very lenient on those peer edits. I realize that they may be maybe late. They may be beyond the time that you can be able to, make any use of them. And I'm going to be extremely lenient on the grading of the first paper. So I just want you to know that, and I don't want you guys to get too stressed out because all these different learning events, learning mistakes that we've been going through together. So please make sure so again, to reiterate, please make sure if you haven't yet, go to assignments and then click on peer edit faith narrative and upload your rough draft there as well. And just for future notice, when we get to our next paper, the editorial, notice there's a rough draft editorial, a works cited editorial. This isn't the next one, but it's close. And then there's this peer edit editorial. It means you would upload it there as well, the rough draft here and here. So just take that and lock it away for later. But that is, if you have a peer paper that hasn't shown up and you're like, why? I've gone to the assignment, I can't find anything. It's likely that your peer did not upload their paper to that peer edit assignment. So if you've yet to do that, please take care of that. And I believe I already sent an email or an announcement out about the glitch with peer reviews and the updated timeline for it. So I had set a due date for the 12th this Saturday, but again, I'm going to be lenient on that to turn in the peer edit, since many of you, are out and about doing things and you didn't have time to work on it on Saturday night. So all that to say, I'm going to be lenient on those submissions that are late as far as the peer reviews go. But your final draft still needs to be turned in as at the due date that was already posted, which is Sunday by 11 p.m. Okay, so I wanted to take care of that issue initially. What I'm going to do, and I've already talked to some degree about what's going on this week, but let me just go over here really fast and click on modules just to make sure I'm not forgetting something. Okay, so yeah, we're in week 2 here. Module 2, you've done the faith narrative thesis development, rough draft. Now module 3, commonly misused words. This is an assignment to check out. The faith narrative peer edit, that's where you should upload your rough draft so your peer can look at it. There's also a writing center reflection. Hopefully you were able to schedule time with the writing center. That's what that is. And then eventually on the 13th, that's Sunday, the final draft of the faith narrative. So those are the things to check out. If you've not already read through module 3 overview, go ahead and do that. These are just an assignments, commonly misused words, just for information. This is why it's listed under Discover. But then demonstrate, how do you show how you can do these different things. Peer edit, writing center reflection, and then the faith narrative. Notice the writing center reflection is due on Sunday as well. Now, let's look at that really fast. It says you will need to meet with the writing center at some point during the writing process of this faith narrative. You will benefit most from allowing yourself adequate time to implement any suggestions from the writing center. So you want to sign up for a visit early in the process. View the ongoing editing process as a guide for more information on grading and how this assignment helps to produce quality writing. Directions. After visiting the writing center, and again, the only way you can complete this is if you've done that, you will need to write a brief reflection on your visit and include a 3-point revision plan. Consider the specific impact the visit had upon your thinking, writing, as well as your response to your meeting and the tutor's comments. So a reflection can be brief. It says it only needs to be 3 to 5 sentences long, not very long at all, like a paragraph. And it's specific to your experience. You must include a numbered 3-point action plan. So really what I would say with that is, what are 3 things that you can do or have you done to revise your paper from its rough draft stage to its final draft stage? And was there anything that happened during the writing center visit you were able to take, hopefully, that informed those changes? So that's where that is. It's a fairly simple, short assignment to do, and it's mostly marked for completion, but I will look to make sure you've done it. And there's a place actually to proceed. You just click Start Assignment. It asks you to, you can upload a separate file if you want to. You can use a webcam, anything from Google Drive, any of these, and you can basically you can upload almost any file format for submission for that assignment. So that's what that is, and you know, I know you're like, oh, if you weren't paying attention to that and that assignment, and you were like, I didn't know we had to do that. The good news is it's a short one, and I would say even if you were unable to go to the Writing Center, I know I had a couple people that contacted me and said that they, due to their schedule, they weren't able to get with the Writing Center before the due date. Still, you can talk about changes perhaps that you made, at least 3 changes you made, generally speaking, or different ways you looked at your rough draft to inform the final draft. So I think that's all I've got to share about that. I apologize for my appearance. I was outside most of the day today in 90-95 degree weather and just sweating and nasty, and watching a Little League baseball game. But in any case, that is that. Now, let me say one more thing here, and then I'm going to let you go. Next week, meaning starting tomorrow, and I can pull this up here. Next week, today's the 12th. Next week is the week of the 14th. You know, the way that Canvas times things, it's the Monday starts the new week, the 14th, and then it ends on Sunday the 20th. This Monday is finally the first Monday that I can do a live session with you guys over Zoom. So we had, and I know I put an announcement out about this, after the survey that I had you all do, and thank you for those of you that participated. According to the survey, you all said that the best time to meet would be on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I know some of you were like, well, I live in a different time zone, and I may not, or I have work during that time, and it may not happen for me. And I understand that. I'm going to try to make sure that I get those sessions recorded and posted on Canvas so you can go back and look, or I may send an email with the link to a video so you can watch it, as I've done before with like things like this. So there is that. So this Monday the 14th of June at 10 a.m., you should see populating soon on your either in your email or you'll see a Zoom menu show up over here. You'll see the schedule for joining that. You just have to click on the invitation you receive or go directly into Canvas and click on join for that session, and you're done. So, and you're in. And I will try to make it brief. I'm going to hopefully get a chance to finally meet some of you face-to-face, virtually, and also to ask, you know, how things are going, what questions do you have, maybe ask you to reflect upon, despite the, you know, difficulties of the logistics of how to turn things in and where to do so, what you are as a writer, what you're hoping to accomplish, what you're hoping to get out of this, some of which you've already done in some of your postings that you've made. But I plan to talk about that. I plan to talk with you about those things. I plan to also walk you through next week's module and try to, you know, alleviate any fears or explain anything, or explain it to the point where you'll completely understand it, and then give you the opportunity to ask questions. My goal is to keep the meeting somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes. I want to respect everybody's time. So that's going to be our next time that you actually see me. So please put it on your calendar if you haven't yet. The 14th, Monday, 10 a.m., Zoom. We're going to be able to finally talk and meet and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to it, and I appreciate all of you that are going to hopefully hop in there and join in. So, and that's all I've got. So thank you for your patience. I apologize for frustrations, fears that you've been feeling with, as things related with Canvas and getting your stuff done. Most of you have been very faithful in turning in your work, and so I'm not at all really concerned about your success in that regard. So thank you very much for being a group that communicates with me, even though mostly it's via email, but that's kind of what we're reduced to right at the moment. But thank you for communicating with me your concerns, fears, questions. I apologize that I have not been as fast as in responding to them. We're supposed to respond to things within 72 hours, but personally, I prefer to try to do it within 24 if possible. So, and as I said, this week's been kind of one of those things where I haven't really noticed how things normally go. So anyway, thanks for your attention, and I'll see you guys on Monday at 10 a.m.